it's time to be excited, man. Especially if you're liking what you're seeing from this new led Mike Brown team. I mean, look, you got ball movement, guys are finding each other off of cuts. Mitchell
Yeah.
Robinson getting back to back to back
Mitchie.
touches, man.
Mitchie's looking good, man. Mitchie's looking good.
There's a lot to be excited about it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Jake, what were some of your takeaways from today, the whole series? What do you think so far?
Yeah, well, it's obvious we're going to play a much faster style of basketball with a lot more passes. So, this is the Golden State Knicks is, I think, what we're going to see here. And if you look at that first quarter and how they came out with a lot of intentionality. I was tracking the number of passes, the number of people to touch the ball each possession in that first quarter. We had 2.2 passes per possession, and which means 3.2 people touched it basically each time. That's a lot better. And we didn't see much ISO, no one-on-one. We had 5 fast breaks or outlets, and we scored on 4 of them. If you remember, OG hit that 3 early in the game. Mitch to JB, OG hits the 3. Mitch to JB to Bridges on a fast break, easy layup. And then we had the Mitch alley-oop, Deuce to Clarkson to Mitch. And then fast break, Mitch to Clarkson to OG. OG missed that layup. And then you had the outlet from Jordan, Clarkson all the way down to Mitch for the dunk. And so if you look at those 5, Mitch was involved in 3 of them.
Yeah,
so
they're finding a Blockchess Monster, man. I like that.
Yeah, they're featuring him. It's pretty obvious that coach wants to feature Mitch. And he wants to get these fast breaks going, and he doesn't want ball stoppers. Only ball stopper I really saw today was Clarkson, who has a little too much mellow over-dribbling going on, which is just something I want to point out for the rest of the season we should keep our eye on.
Yeah, 100%. Hey, another thing, welcome back to the dog, man. The dog missed game 1 with a little sore hand, comes back, and he didn't miss a beat. Was lightning from downtown. OG Anunoby here. For some reason, my ESPN box score reset. But I think what was OG's line from downtown? I'm missing it here on the ESPN side.
So OG was 3 of 5 from downtown, so he shot 60% today. He was 4 of 7 from the field in total. So 5 of those 7 shots were just threes and got 13 points, plus 20 in about 17 minutes.
Okay,
and hit both of his free throws. So, dude, I mean, look, missed game 1, looks good.
Yeah,
you don't have Josh Hart in today, so I know that we're trying to rest Josh Hart. No need. It's just preseason game. You want to make sure that you manage the back well and all that type of stuff, but part of me is also looking at how Mike Brown is just, one, trying to manage guys so that they're healthy for the regular season, but also trying to take this opportunity to get a look and see what lineups work best. And look, OG out there with Mitchell Robinson. Then you got Yabu coming off the bench. Defensively, that's one of the biggest things that stood out to me today. I know we're playing a 76ers team that is ish, but I like what I'm seeing so far.
Yeah, 100%, man. Like, first off, the OG to Mitch Gotham lob was ferocious. And the idea, just the prospect of having those two as your defensive anchors in different rotations, starting rotation first and foremost, to start the season off that way, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. It's going to be jail, man, between Mitch and OG out there, man.
For sure. And Jake, I got a question for you. Is this, since we have 2 games, I know Josh didn't play today, but even yesterday they put Dadier in the starting rotation. Yep. Is it safe to say Josh Hart's coming off the bench this season?
100%. I mean, he's in love with Mitch. It's so clear coach loves Mitch.
Yeah.
He's going to start him. He's playing, I mean, at one point he had the most minutes in the first half. So I'm not sure how many minutes he ended up with. I think last game was 18, which would be the equivalent, since he didn't play the second half, of 36. And I don't know if we had Mitch playing any 36-minute games last season, nor should we. But the other interesting thing is this Yabu, and his defense and his ferociousness. I'm wondering if there's going to be a lineup with him, Mitch, OG, and Bridges, like a lockdown lineup. We have some very nice defensive stops by him, blocks. He's just everywhere, rebounds. So we're going to the concern we all had was, with Tibbs leaving, are we going to slip on defense? I'm cautiously optimistic that we're not going to. And last year, let's face it, we ran a subpar offense. This year, we're going to be an above average offense. So as long as we maintain the defense, I think we're going to plow through the entire Eastern Conference.
Yeah, man. And you saw, like, first off, Yabusele getting back on the board. The block shot, the three-pointer to the block shot, which ended in a Bridges conversion on the other end with the lane. That was ferocious. And also, you got to see Yabusele and Towns out there in the front court. So now you can have your 5-out spacing with Yabusele out there. He goes 2 for 2 from downtown and then played some good defense. I thought the squad overall, their overall focus on both ends, but especially on the defensive end, you could see this is a team that they're in a dress rehearsal right now. I like their focus and approach to this game, even though it was a preseason game.
I mean, I don't want to overreact, and I don't want to.
Well, this is what we do here, man. It's Saturday post-game show. Overreact to it, man. Overreact to it, man. Go ahead, man.
I'm going to overreact a little bit, and I just want to get the nickname committee started fresh. As you know, for this season, I've been a member of the nickname committee from the beginning of this season. I put myself up for chairman of the nickname committee. An early one, the French Connection, Yabu and Dadier.
Okay.
These two.
Okay.
If
Dadier gets in, if Dadier gets in for sure.
Dadier's in. That's for sure. There's no way to not have this guy on the squad. But the question is, when are they coming off the bench? Are they 7 and 8? Are they 8 and 9? Are they going to cut into Hart's minutes? You know, Deuce is obviously first off the bench, and Deuce and Hart, right? We'd all agree first off the bench. Yeah. And then after that, I think it's Yabu and Dadier. That's what I think is going to go down this season. I think they're 7 and 8. What do you guys think of 6, 7, 8?
It's gonna go. Deuce and Clarkson will be the first 2 guards off the bench. I think that's what we've seen so far. Hart will get out there, and then Yabusele. I think it'll be a solid 9. And then how you sprinkle in Clarkson will be interesting. But what I did like today was how they sprinkled in different 3-guard lineups. You had Deuce with Clarkson and Brogden. You had Deuce, Clarkson, and JB. You had JB, Clarkson, and Brogden as well. I liked how they sprinkled that in because that allows you to see how do we deploy different playmakers at the guard spot.
Exactly.
With JB playing off ball, you can still play faster, multiple ball handlers, and capable shooters out there as well, once Clarkson gets up to speed.
And that's the great point is that, that's the great point. It's like you want to make sure that you have the playmaking out there. And I think the thing with the second unit is definitely, if you're not going to have Brunson out there, how do you manage that playmaking with Deuce, Clarkson, and Brogden out there? And look, between those 3 guards, I think you have enough. It's going to be by committee. And I think something that we've seen through these past 2 games is that I know everyone thinks Jordan Clarkson is just a chuck and he's not going to pass the rock. But how about that dime that he had to Mitchell Robinson?
He had
today,
some.
All right.
He had some.
Before the half ended, he had 2 assists the last time I checked. And so the thing about Clarkson is that, yes, he's going to go get his shot. He's going to have the ultimate green-white. That's what he's meant here. That's what he was brought in here to do, to bring scoring off the bench. But I think the underrated aspect of him is that he's going to be a decent playmaker. Not this great playmaker where he's going to be this traditional point guard or anything like that. But he's going to find guys who are open. And what makes it even more crafty for him is that he's got a little wiggle to him, man. He's like a contortionist in the air. Like the way that he found Mitchell Robinson, he just knows how to contort his body to get those passes that you wouldn't normally see from anybody else. So there's going to be some creativity with Clarkson, and hopefully he just embraces that role. But you're going to have enough playmaking between all those guards, as you mentioned, CP.
Yeah, listen, man, you got to feed the Blockchess Monster. I told y'all this before. We're not just out there to run cardio and just get rebounds and play defense. You got to feed the beast. The more you feed him, the more ferocious he's going to be. Mitch is looking good out there. He chipped in with another 8 rebounds, 6 points for the Blockchess Monster. He's filling the lane well. And like J. Cal said, he's getting out in transition. They're finding Mitch in transition right now. That is great, man. He wants to get involved on both ends of the floor, and he's ready to go. Mitch is looking good so far, man.
My big question is going to be this guard rotation off the bench. Brogden, Deuce, Clarkson, all of them have different aspects of their games. Deuce is obviously undersized. Brogden just feels the most stable of those 3. And Clarkson, I do have the concerns about the the ISO, in certain situations in playoff games or God forbid Brunson's out for whatever reason, it's great to have him. But what do you guys think, Brogden? How does he fit into this? Because he feels the most stable.
Yeah, you could tell he's trying to get his feet under him, especially with this team. I didn't want to see him going too hard out there because he's such an injury liability, man. But again, I think he's number 10 in that 10-man rotation. Because we haven't seen it with this team yet. Adding in a full 10th guy, is he going to play every night? Is it going to be selective nights? Is it based on matchup? Is it based on Brunson load management? It's going to be interesting to see how they sprinkle Brogden in there, Al. What do you think?
I think it's the last thing that you said. It's Brunson management. Look, even when you watch today, and I know he's been on teams where I would be dejected as well. I mean, you're out in Portland, you're out in teams that are not really competing for anything, Wizards. So now you're now going to be playing for a team that has a really good chance in the Eastern Conference to make it to the ECF and potentially the NBA Finals. So for him, based on what we see today, the guy's got to get back into like game ready shape. I mean, he put up a 3 and I'm like, woof.
Yeah.
Man, it's like, he's like, oh, you see, it's like, whoo, I haven't had to actually use my skills before. But the good thing is that he gives you a good floor game, right? 4 boards today, 1 assist, 1 steal. Did that all in 15 minutes, 16 minutes, I should say, in 7 seconds. Only had 1 turnover. He was a +9 when he was out there, got you 4 points, was able to get like 1 or 2 from the field, and then hits down both of his shots at the free throw line. He's going to be a steady player, but you're not going to need him every single night. I mean, you got if you look at the 9 that we've always talked about, CP and J Cal, you got Brunson, you're going to have Bridges, you're going to have OG, Cat, and now Mitch. That's looking like the lock as a starting 5. You're going to have McBride. You're going to have Hart. Those guys got to play. Yabu, you just signed him. And Clarkson, you brought him in here too. So those are the 9 guys right there. I don't really see a need to go 10 every single night. But I think depending on your opponent, this is what we didn't see last year and prior years from Tom Thibodeau, is that the goal should not to win every single game and play every guy like north of like 38 minutes in today's NBA, okay, where everyone's just running up and down the court. So if you're looking at a game, if you're looking at the game log, look at the schedule and you see, hey, we got the Wizards coming up. We got these bad teams that we really don't need to go 120%. We're not playing the Cavs, which you probably shorten that lineup and go to 9. Let's go 10. Let's get Brunson and somebody else a little bit more rest. That's where I see Brogdon coming in. But I like for Brogdon's age at this point, he's not that guy that was once on Indiana or Milwaukee. I'm not expecting him to be a big contributor, but I'm expecting him to be that steady hand when you do call his number.
Let's go to Rainman NYK. Rainman, are you there?
You can hear me?
Yes. What's your name? Where you calling in from, man? First time caller?
Charles Rainey, man, from New York.
Charles Rainey, Fanchise channel member. How you doing, man? Welcome, man.
Doing good, man. Doing good. Just a couple of things, man. First of all, how you doing, Alex? How you doing, J. Cal?
Doing well.
Oh man,
I'm
happy. I feel like a junkie who got his fix with these last 3 games, man. Woo, I got my fix.
J. Cal texted me this morning like, I never been so hyped for a preseason game. And that's how I've been feeling, man. I woke up before my alarm clock and I went to sleep late.
Same.
So, just real quick, man. I think the Deuce is going to be 6, man. If anybody gets, it's going to be Deuce. I think the offense for him this year is pretty free flowing. He has more opportunities. So I just feel like Deuce is going to be the guy that's going to do his thing this year. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I like how Deuce is looking, man, and seems like in the offseason that he worked on various aspects of his game. You just want to see just little things to round out. His ball handling, the mid-range jumper is looking good so far, but his on-ball defense, man, I love it. And like I said, we saw a Deuce in a lot of different lineup variations in this game alone. And especially with the starters, that's going to be very interesting. I think Deuce, if he stays healthy, he should be okay. Because remember, last year, he had the knee inflammation. He had the hamstring injury. So Deuce couldn't really get into a consistent flow pretty much all year long.
Absolutely. Not only that, though, but he affects the game on both ends of the floor. Clarkson is offensive. Yabu, I think he's still trying to get adjusted. The same thing with Clarkson. Remember, he came from Utah.
Yeah.
But I think those two are gonna be just fine. But I like how Deuce is looking, man. He's looking good out there, man. He's all over the floor. He's scoring. He's playing defense. It looks like he's ready for this year, man. Whatever happened last year, I really think that he's fully ready.
Yeah. And the chat is agreeing with you, man. 64% so far. I think Deuce will be the sixth man this year for the team. 64% for Deuce right now. 27
Hart,
yeah.
11% Clarkson.
OG looked great.
Yeah.
I was a little concerned with the hand thing because we all know how OG is.
Yeah.
But I like the fact that he came out. He was ready to roll. The starting five to Deuce is good. I'm still worried about Hart. I'm still worried about the back a little bit. We're not really sure what the outcomes are going to be throughout the season. So that's why I want to kind of pump the brakes in regards to the six-man candidate for Josh Hart. I don't know if he'll be able to do that, but
yeah,
I do know that he's going to be doing what Josh does, all over the floor, affecting the game in different ways. That's what we need Josh to do.
100%, man. Charles Rainey, Fanchise channel member. Appreciate you, man.